What's good, y'all? You Dub back here again in 2020. Let's get it. February is moving right along quite swimmingly. Man, we're almost to March. But it's funny. I found myself doing pretty much weekly videos in regards to One Piece in the flashback. I didn't even plan on doing that for this flashback because listen, bro. The flashback. I'll just get this out of the way. The flashback is exactly more or less what I anticipated. There's some stuff more with Roger and Whitebeard that I did not expect, which is cool. I was glad for it. But by and large, it's what I anticipated. It's what I expected Oda to do because this is Oda. It's pretty much he promised us this. He alluded to this earlier, and people were like, why don't we get the Oden flashback? Y'all know how Oda, right? Come on now. This isn't hard. This is ABC 123 classic Oda. But I find myself doing these videos, and y'all know I haven't been involved in the review game in a good long many years. And there's a lot of reasons because I like to just like have fun and read it when I read it. I didn't want to focus on the analytical side. I'm not out here bashing other YouTubers. I'm not out here bashing anybody. I'm not out here saying that I'm somehow have this superior perspective on things. But guys, seriously, hear me out on this one. What the hell did y'all expect to happen? We were already told how this was gonna go down. We were already the payoff. I hear this, the emotion. I didn't have any emotional reaction to Oden's death. Now, I understand if many did. Yasui hit people unexpectedly hard because Yasui kind of was like Charlotte Pound, right? On Whole Cake Island, where he went out like a G, and you're like, damn, bro. Damn. Unexpectedly, right? Oden, Oden did what Oden always does. And I'm glad that people felt the emotional weight of the impact, but I think those who felt the emotional weight of the impact fell into three camps. One, they were fans of Oden. Not a bad character, but I won't call myself a fan of his. Two, they fell into the trap that Oda sets traps like a lot of writers do. Okay, he sets emotional traps. They got suckered in. And I made a comparison in the last underestimate video that I did, and I talked about it, where people literally fall for the okie doke. They became like the Wano civilians. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, why are y'all falling for? Oh, well, I'm a pro wrestling fan and I understand the game, so I see these traps a mile away. I see these games a mile away. The cerebral assassin, the game Triple H style, right? Thirdly, it was people who underestimated, I don't know how, some of the biggest One Piece fans, but the people who underestimated Oda's writing. I don't know how you do it at this point. We are damn near 1,000 chapters in, and you still have folks who underestimating this man's skills. This is like me when I was reading Hajime no Ippo. By the time I got to a chapter 1,000, that shit was emotional. It was because that one was the culmination of stuff. This is not the culmination of anything. This is literally Oda set this shit up. He pulled classic story writing. He told y'all what was going to happen. He led you all around and meandered, and you still fell for it. It's crazy to me. Now, what do I mean by falling for it? Oda, like many great writers, love to play with the emotions. The God of High School is an emotional roller coaster for the first 5 parts. I still got to finish the 6th part. Toriko becomes an emotional roller coaster. Okay, um, let me see. Hunter x Hunter at times is an emotional roller coaster. Kuroko no Basket definitely was an emotional roller coaster. As if you're a fan of the series, you can go on and on. Many writers do this. Why do they do this? Because of connection. You know, a lot of people have issues with Star Wars in the sequel trilogy. I don't. Then again, I'm not emotionally invested in the series like a lot of people are. I'm a fan, but a lot of people like they're hardcore. And the hardcores aren't happy. Why? Because they don't have the emotional ride. The sequel trilogy is not about the emotional ride. The sequel trilogy is, if you will, more of a everyday journal, and events happen. It's lack of the emotional connection. Well, I hear the reason I bring this up because I hear a lot of One Piece fans say the emotional payoff, the emotion. I'm not invested emotionally. I hear this a lot. Well, when you let your emotions dictate your reaction, when you let your emotions drive you, I'll compare it to, and this is not sexist, it's how a lot of women go into the dating game or interact with relationships. Oh, I feel I I'm not feeling this. I'm feeling too much distance. I'm not feeling love. All this, instead of looking at what the actions are showcasing, instead of looking at what's being portrayed, instead of taking time and waiting, being patient. I heard King of Lightning and others talk about how fast the flashback going. I'm sitting here like, bro, we covered in multiple years. How fast? It went at least a volume and a half. It was like 15 some chapters, 20 chapters. A long flashback, bro. Long flashback. And I'm here for it. But I'm just being honest. Like at this point, I'm ready to get back and we getting these hands. Because it's been built up to that point. It's great to see what Oden in the past, but it's time to see these hands get thrown in present time. It's time to see Luffy versus Kaido. It's time to see them red scabbards do their thing. It's time to see Zoro Inma. It's time to see Sanji in a raid suit, the Straw Hats, Law, what he about to do with Hawkins, Apu, the numbers, Queen Jack King, you know, Big and them, latest smoothie, all this. We got all this set on the platter and more. It's time to see that. Or at least the leader, Orochi, and the rest of the squad. Kid, you know? So I'm ready to get this ball rolling. It was great to see Oden. It was great to get the information on. And that's more what I cared about, is the information from the past. I'm like, yeah, we need more of this. That's what I've been waiting for. But the emotional ties that people are having, I get it, but I don't get it. Lost flashback to me, and it wasn't the saddest, but it was tragic. It was, and I'm not a Law fan, right? Not a bad character, but I'm not a Law fan. But that one hit me hard. That one probably hit me the most out of any flashback. It's the one I think of when I think of flashback. I know people mention Nico Robin. That's the one, tragic and sad. But I ain't gonna lie, I skipped like an episode or two of that anime because, oh goodness, them episodes, whoo, them were dragging. Thing is, Lost Flashback hit me hard because it went deep, bro. It went into some deep, sinister. And it just came out of the world and was BAM! Hit you right between the eyes like Bronze Bomber Deontay Wilder's right hand. All right. Oden's was telling a story within a story. They ain't gonna hit me the same way. It's not going to. The only way a story within a story hits me the same way, and I'm all for long. All right, don't get it twisted. But it had so many focuses on it. It was telling his life story. So I was like, cool, cool. That his was a life story that you could have had a mini series on, honestly. And that's just the distinction. You know, other people have flashback a few panels, a chapter, half a chapter, and stuff, and it hits hard because it gives you backstory onto why the characters fighting and why they do what they do. But the problem also with the Odin flashback is there are some. I understand people, this chapter made up for it, but Odin was a fool. He was a fool. Not in the way that the people of Wano say that. I'll explain that one. Odin was a fool because Sometimes the pride of a man gets in the way. This kind of reminds me of Vegeta in Dragon Ball, where his prideful action led to detrimental situations and decisions. It makes no fucking sense. It makes no damn sense. Zero. As to why Oden could not liberate Wano. Tekken 101 did a video recently talking about, the issues of why, Whitebeard, if not Roger, why Whitebeard wasn't running. The first mistake that Oden had, he tried to put all the weight on himself. To the very end. To this day, he tried to do it. And then now he's not here. And it's 20 years of ruin for Wano. Like I said, Arrow. Man, y'all don't understand how much I missed that series. You have failed this city. Oden, you have failed this country, this nation, this people. You failed, Oden. There's no two ways to split, bro. No two ways about it. I understand his, selfish tendencies and whatnot. You can say, well, what about Hyogoro? What about you? Listen, bro. None of them, Yasui, none of them had the power to take down Kaido. We know that Oden potentially did. Take down Orochi. Duh. Oh, but he was protecting the people. He comes back. Orochi's in power. And he goes to, because of an emotional, and he let his emotions dictate. Just like a lot of fans are doing. And he goes and attacks Orochi. Doesn't take backup. We always did it. And he was successful. But he was wrong. Should have taken out Orochi. Over 5 years. Protect the people, brother. These people are going through hell. What the fuck? You think you could have trusted this man? This man who wants to torture the people of Wano. You think you can trust this man? That was full point number one. Well, no, that was full point number two, excuse me. Full point number one was not taking the Roger Pirate's help. Fuck's wrong? You tell me Dark King Silver's Rayleigh. Scalper Garbone. Even the young Shanks and Buggy. Roger Pirates helped you liberate. You would have never had this Kaido mess. And let's say they help you liberate from Orochi. Then Kaido comes along. Now it's you versus Kaido and not all these shenanigans. Two-headed monster. But no, Oden wasn't thinking. No, Oden wasn't thinking. He wasn't trying to win. This is what happens when you play not to lose. When you played like the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl versus New England Patriots. You play not to lose instead of playing to win. This is what happens when you play like the Los Angeles Rams versus New England Patriots. You play not to lose instead of playing to win. When you play to win, Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl versus the San Francisco 49ers. You played to win. Basketball, we don't really have that problem, so I don't really have comparison because you got people playing to win instead of playing to lose on a final stage, on the championship stage. Right? Well, the only example I could bring up is years ago when West Virginia played against Duke, and they played not to lose when they were the superior team. I believe Duke went on and beat Butler that year. The point being that the first two mistakes, not bringing the Roger Pirates, not taking out Orochi, and then believing in Orochi. Bruh, what? People are gonna die if you're not there to protect them. I understand you want to, and people's like, well, that's Oden's weight. Listen, bro. I'm not saying put people's lives at risk, but you can't trust this man. And for 5 years, you trying to tell me you somehow could not have gotten contact to Whitebeard. Oh, I gotta handle this on my own. You're a baka. You're a fool. This is why Luffy is that dude. This is why Roger, Whitebeard, were those dudes. This is why Rox was that dude. Even though we don't know anything about Rox. You need allies. Oden, why? Why did you not call out to your brother? Yes, Wano's isolated for 5 years. You couldn't get a message out to Whitebeard. 5 years now. Come on, bro. Out your damn mind. Out your damn mind. One thinking like a pirate. Thinking like I ain't gonna say it childish, you know. Then he goes off and fights Kaido. Again, emotional. Takes as hell. He didn't have to necessarily die, but again, emotional. He wanted to make his great speech. He made so many mistakes, bro. I'm not bashing on the flashback. The flashback was really good. Some argue the best in One Piece, potentially. I'm simply saying that Oden made key flaws that we should have never even been in this situation in Wano. You can say, well, it's plot. Listen, bro. Listen, bro. I just go by the information presented. And you may love the character of Oden. I see a lot of good attributes about him, but there are a lot of clear flaws. If Luffy was in this situation, if Roger was in a situation, if Whitebeard was in a situation, it's interesting because when you really look at it, there's a reason why certain characters rise to prominence. There's a reason why the Yonko are the Yonko. There's a reason why Luffy is considered a potentially fifth Yonko. It's the reason why Roger, Shiki, all of them were revered, right? And there's a reason why people serve under. It's getting very clear, and we start to see it's a reason why certain pirates don't raise to the prominence, even if they have the potential. We're starting to see what the deal is because some people ain't got. I've said it before. It's the mindset. It's the mentality. Some people ain't got the right one. Some people don't have it. It's just as simple as that. And Oden, for as much as he was who he was, he didn't have the right mentality. Some may counter and say, well, Hawkeye sails on his own. Hawkeye's is an enigma. Hawkeye's is like Tom Bombadil from Arthur, from the Lord of the Rings and such. Right? Hawkeye's is off doing his own thing. But he's the world's greatest swordsman. He's also not trying to carry a country on his back, bro. Hawkeye's is doing him. You can live how you want to if you off doing you. You can't live how you want to when you're trying to be a leader of a people. That's just not how this works. Unexpected one, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on the ending of this flashback on the character of Kozuki Oden. What the hell y'all think we about to get next, and much more. Because I know there's talk. I know I got some slugs that rock with Oden, but I just gotta keep it all the way 1,000. Not a bad character, but clearly flawed. Clearly flawed. This is what it is. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace.